What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the CVA, the Cosmic Variance Authority. I'm one of your hosts, Warren. With me is Chris. We're going to be doing this till we're 90. This is episode 15. We were talking about it. We're like, imagine like the 1,000th episode. I'm like, yeah. Chris is like, till we're 90.
Till you're 90.
Yeah, I guess that's how it.
Honestly,
just works
not
now.
the worst
If you're in
case
entertainment.
scenario. Not the worst case scenario doing this.
I have talked a lot about, or I've talked to a lot of people about what I do, right? And, people are, well, what's your retirement plan? Like, I'm like, I think I'll always just do this. Like, even if I'm 65 years old and have enough money to retire, I like talking about this stuff. It's like legitimately all my interests.
If the internet accepts me, then I will presume to be on the internet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And, even if it's one video a week or a month, even, I'll probably still always do it.
Well, it's like PewDiePie's basically retired, but he still posts once a week or once every 10 days.
Yeah,
it's like little vlogs and stuff. And a lot of people say, did PewDiePie win? Like, did he actually? Because a lot of people who get up to that status of YouTube have different issues and things like that. Yeah. He went through his own stuff, but he's got a family. He's retired in Japan. He has a kid.
I mean, he's living a good life right now.
But he's still doing YouTube. No. He didn't just disappear.
Yeah, no, and he's living a great life. Well, we're living a great life right now too. 2026 is about to be crazy. Of course, Doomsday, obviously, just a ton of Doomsday news, which we're about to get into. But also there's some big things that could happen, like the Netflix deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this might be, it is. I say might be because if it goes through, right, the DOJ has to approve and everything like that. If it goes through, this is going to change cinema, the movie theater going experience. Like, it's going to change it. I have some stuff we'll talk about today because it's pretty important. It's pretty important. But obviously there's so much Doomsday stuff we have to talk about it. And happy 2026, everybody. I just realized this is the first pod of 2026.
Boom.
Hope the year is going great for you so far. Whether it was a good or bad year for 2025, it's gone. It's done. 2026 is a new one. And it's the year of Doomsday. And the year of Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Have a happy Doomsday year, guys.
Happy Doomsday year. That's all that matters. Don't think about anything else. But yeah, the biggest thing for me is everybody, I think, saw it last week. Before we did our podcast, we film a day in advance. So we film on Saturdays. It comes out Sunday. And the footage for the X-Men trailer had not leaked yet. But now we've seen it. And holy crap, I've seen it in theaters. And shoosh. It's just crazy cool to see on the big screen. I am so excited, more than ever now. And I'm seeing a lot of that. I think that's the biggest thing is I'm actually seeing a lot of people very excited.
Mm-hmm. Having seen it in HD in theaters where you can hear it clearly, it had a not suitable for young audience tag. Did you kind of feel that better than on the leak, or do you think it's a little overreaction?
No, okay, so for that rating that it got, if you're a young kid, that might scare you a little bit. They're inside the X Mansion, and it is dark and ominous, and it's almost like a haunted house. It's like an abandoned house. It's dusty, spider webs, and then you have Magneto has this long kind of frizzled hair, and then you just cut to a scene that's just all fire, and then this guy's just to a young kid who doesn't really know anything. It could definitely be scary.
Yeah, super intense.
So I
those
think
are
they
definitely
rated
Sentinels
it
behind, you think?
But what's that?
Definitely Sentinels behind, because I've only seen the leak.
Yeah. Oh, you can see it.
No,
you can see him walk. You can see the Sentinel walk. Yeah. No, yeah. You can see the Sentinel walk. It's very, very clear.
Yeah, that's
very, very clear. Yeah.
And that'll come out Tuesday if they're following the same pattern, right?
No, it should come out online Tuesday. Yeah. Totally. And now we have, I think it's the 7th trailer now that's been rated. Which
do
is
it every week. I don't care. Give me one for every character.
I hope they do it every week. I've seen some people talk online now that are like, oh, they're just showing the same trailers that they showed before. I'm like, but why that doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? Why would they show it again? And why would they have to get them rated again?
Mm-hmm.
They're already there. They've already been rated. They've already been approved. So that doesn't make much sense to me. What makes more sense is that we have a cast of, let's say, like 50 people, right?
Right.
Because we have people confirmed. We have people we know are going to be in there that aren't confirmed. Like, Steve Rogers, Chris Evans doesn't have a chair, but he's in the movie, right? Marvel confirmed that with the trailer. Let's say 50 people. It's a lot of trailers you can do. It just show a lot of different, like the next trailer is reportedly, about the Fantastic Four, Wakanda, Talokan, and it's going to show a few people. Well, it's like, okay, well then the next one might show a few more. And then after, and so on and so forth. It's like, yeah, there's, and if you think about it, they made over 30 different trailers. They confirmed that. So it's kind of like, okay, well, clearly they have a lot of trailers to show.
You get a trailer.
And maybe they only use 10 of them, but hey, that's 10 trailers until the official trailer, right? So it's like,
well, I think
I like it. I think it's great.
The big questions people are asking now is like, well, is this footage from the movie? Like, is the Captain America footage actually going to be in the movie? Yes or no? And I think the thing to kind of consider is maybe it'll be in the movie, but also on another hand, they're trying to figure out how to balance a trailer so that they're not giving away too much, but that they're still doing a good job with marketing. And with this movie in particular, it's an extremely fine line because you have a decent amount of old Marvel fans who aren't really paying attention as much as they were. So you need to grab their excitement. But at the same time, you don't want to give away everything or overshoot what you're getting with Red Hulk. So
yeah,
it's so hard. But now that you're doing these little trailers like with Chris Evans, okay, now he's going to be in the movie. You don't need to give away all of his scenes in the trailer because everybody knows he's going to be in the movie.
Right. There should be a lot of mystery still. And I go back to this thought. Like, you would imagine that Marvel wants to keep all their big secrets secret.
To the best of their ability.
Right. So with that in mind, think about what they're showing us. There's going to be some pretty dang big secrets in this movie.
Right.
Because of based on what we're seeing. If the X-Men returning isn't a massive secret, if Steve Rogers returning isn't a massive secret, what are the massive secrets? Because there are
the plot twists, right? Like there's going to be some pretty crazy plot twists.
It's going to be like crazy plot twists, I bet.
Because as far as character goes, and this is a good position to be in. If you look at the last several years of Marvel movies, the biggest excitement was, oh, this character might show up. And I just don't think that's a strong enough reason, which is why you have a lot of people shouting, I'm sick of cameos, I'm sick of cameos. There's not really going to be any secret characters. We pretty much know them all. I'm sure there might be one or two here or there.
I think I think we're going to get some cool cameos. I do.
But for the most part,
main
the secrets should be the plot devices. Like, this is going to happen and it's going to blow your mind. This person's going to die and it's going to blow your mind. Moments in the movie that isn't, oh, look, Captain America showed up. If that's their biggest exciting thing, then we're in trouble. And it's clearly not, because this is the first thing they officially told us.
It's the first thing they showed us, right? It can't be their big thing, right? It can't be. And what's interesting is I like the point you're making, because if you think about it, everything they shot inside is a secret. We've only seen the stuff they shot outside. And if you think about it, they showed that because that was the Sentinel's broken pieces, on the floor. Okay, well, they showed a Cyclops and Sentinels walking around him and everything on fire.
Yeah, that was that.
They showed us that, right? It's actually kind of crazy to think. It's like
and Chris Evans' house was another thing that was like well out there,
right? And they showed us that. We all
saw that already, yeah.
And they could have filmed that stuff inside. They could have. So I think they decided beforehand that
let's give them something.
They were gonna show that. Right. So film it outside. We don't care if the leaks get out because we're going to tease it ourselves. And the teasers are going to look so dang good. Like, it's going to freak people out. That happened. Like, yeah, maybe to some people, Captain America Returning is a little lackluster. But then I saw a lot of people talking about that X-Men trailer and they're like, holy crap. Yeah, I'm back. Like, if they were gone, I've seen a lot of people say, like, I'm back. Yeah, it's just like...
Well, it's progressively gotten better. So through the Chris Evans, a lot of people were like, oh, Marvel's doing what they do. It's a little cash grab. Like, not as impressed. There's some people who were excited about it. But then with the Thor trailer specifically, just because of the weight of it, people are like, oh, wow, the cinematography here, the writing, the detail, the emotion is that's really, really good.
I was going to say, let's talk about that because I love it. I'm Thor is my favorite MCU character right next to the Scarlet. Oh man, that's going to change pretty soon because Cyclops about to be in the MCU.
Oh dang! Does he clear shot overtake Thor, or are you gonna have to see something first?
I'm gonna have. I mean, it's all on how they write him. Like you look at the old X-Men films, like he just wasn't written well. I do love James Marsden, and I do love James Marsden as Cyclops. We'll see. The shot I've seen so far is like, holy crap. Yeah, this is it. Impressive. Like, this is going to be peak. So, I mean, I don't know. I really love Thor. I really love Chris Hemsworth's Thor. And this new one, and I think it hits a lot harder what we saw because of Thor Love and Thunder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might not hit as hard if the last movie that we saw him was just like Thor Ragnarok and everyone's like, oh, this was great. But I think actually because he was so goofy, the fact that he's so serious now and it's kind of
shows
poetic
some real
now.
Pain.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, Thor Love and Thunder gave us Love, his daughter, which is going to be a big part of this. So it's like, yeah. And I do wonder about Jane Foster, but that's neither here nor there. But I actually, we knew Captain America was going to return, right? And I was excited to see it, right? It was really cool. But the Thor one really hit me because that's when I was like, because you can say that the Captain America one's a gimmick. You can, right? There's people, I'm not saying that, but I can't deny it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing that it's a gimmick. I think it works no matter what, right? I don't personally think it's a gimmick. I think they found a way to really do it with the story. Sure. Are they bringing back what works? Sure. Call it what you want. You can't say that about the Thor one.
No,
right?
That one is a whole new angle of Thor.
It's a whole different thing. And I think when people saw that, they're like, whoa, okay, like, the writing for this movie and the way the Russos are handling the characters, and Stephen McFeely, you got to, of course, say him, is already looking pretty dang good. Then we see the visual aspect of it because Thor's, you know, he's sitting there praying, which I liked it.
You feel
but visually, Cyclops taking off his visor, shooting optic blasts into the air, screaming is amazing.
Yeah, it's so intense.
Yeah. And so you're right. They have progressively gotten better. I don't think the next trailer is going to be as good. Ooh. Because I don't know how you top what we just saw.
Well, it's also two different groups that have never interacted before, and I don't think they'll be interacting. I think it'll just be them separately, and then it's going to be like, hey, these groups are all... It's hard because now we're getting to the point where what deserves a trailer, what doesn't deserve a trailer, what's the purpose of giving us this trailer?
Exactly. Yeah, and I think there are going to be some that aren't as good as ones that we've already seen, but
it's going to be hard to top.
We've talked about this a lot on the podcast, the lack of buildup. They're making up for it. You got to give them that.
The marketing
These are post-credit scenes to me, in all honesty.
That's what they are.
That's what they are. Maybe, and this was a conversation, maybe the events that we're seeing in the X-Men trailer already happened. Right? Mm-hmm. And they're showing us before we even get to the movie.
Yeah.
Right? I do think like the Thor one will be in the movie because that just seems like pretty spot on for, wow, Doom's really, really strong. Like, Father, please help me. Like, I want to return to my daughter. I don't want to be the warrior. I want, you know, to be the father, and I want to be the teacher of her, you know? I love that, like, that she would know, you know, like stillness. And I'm like, actually, and you're a father now. You probably, and you're a father to a baby girl. So,
it's so funny. The Fantastic Four came out while my wife was deeply pregnant.
Right, when Alex was pregnant.
And then now we're getting into like the fatherhood doomsday. And I'm like, now I have a little baby girl. And yeah, you do feel that emotion amplifies. And that's not to say somebody who doesn't have a daughter couldn't feel that emotion, because you either are a child or like you've had a father. You can experience that the same way, but it does hit a little differently when you're sitting there watching Thor pray about his daughter, and I'm like,
I know, right? I'm a man. Men can cry too, y'all. Men can cry.
But it is very, very cool that they are hitting those emotional family ties that we can connect to. And while you were talking, I was thinking back to the second appearance of Thor in the first Avengers when he meets Iron Man. How Thor has evolved from that, where it's Iron Man being Iron Man. Oh, doth mother know that you have taken her drapes? What is this, Shakespeare in the Park? And Thor's kind of dumb and a little goofy, and he's not really quite Ragnarok funny yet, but he was kind of ignorant.
Right. They haven't, to your point on that real quick, they hadn't, he was kind of everything, because he was also very serious. And like in the one scene alone where they're talking, he's like, I care how you speak. Loki is, isn't of sound mind, but he is my brother and of Asgard. He killed, a bunch of people. He's adopted. You know what I mean?
So it was like they couldn't
very seriously, very funny.
Yeah, they couldn't really find his direction. And that might just be the adolescence of Thor.
Sure, and I liked him a lot in that
Right.
movie. I like how his character was portrayed. But the characters in universe do have to grow and evolve.
Exactly true. And we're seeing that evolution
devolve,
from a 45-second trailer.
We are.
He went from child to adolescent teen who's goofy and reckless and does what he wants, all the way to now father and provider, and we might never see King Thor, which is kind of a crazy concept. But that's
King Thor.
That's kind of crazy that we'll never get King of Asgard, because it looks like he's kind of given up on all of that.
Or maybe he decides to become the proper ruler at the end.
Yeah, maybe
I think he should take Odin's place
in the future.
Right, if you're not going to have another Odin come back into it all, and you just have Odin be in Valhalla, I think Thor should be like the All-Father.
Yeah, that could be cool. He renounces the title Thor, and he becomes like, and then there's a new Thor, and he's just Odin.
Exactly.
That'd be really, really cool. That'd be really, really cool.
Barney. It's called Weekend. Exactly. For the How I Met Your Mother fans. Exactly. That's what I think. I think that would be the coolest thing, because I think we talked about this before. I think Chris Hemsworth is like till you're 90 type of guy. You know what I mean? I think it's just like,
oh yeah,
dude, you are Thor on screen. You iconicize his character, right? Like, I hold him up there with Robert Downey Jr., right? He's Thor to me.
There was a New Year's post. You probably saw it, of Chris Hemsworth on a boat with his wife. He's all dressed up in Sydney. I believe they were on a boat there in the harbor for New Year's. And I was looking at it. The top comment, man, I need to make more money. He's got like this really expensive watch and his beautiful wife and his kids, and he's on a boat. And so, man, I need to make more money.
I'm sorry. I don't like. Okay, hold on. How much did Chris Hemsworth make for Thor? Well, the first Thor movie he made 150,000. That's pretty typical when you're a new actor.
You're a proven concept.
20 million for Thor: Love and Thunder plus back-end deals. Who the frick knows what he's gonna make for well,
he's also in Avengers 2. He was in Thor 3.
3 million, 37 million, 15 million, 15 million, 20
pushing
million.
75 million for Doomsday, if I had to guess.
So I don't know what you do, top comment, but making more money is possible, but maybe not making as much as Chris. These are just his Avengers and Thor films, by the way. He's done a lot more.
He's done a ton of other stuff. He's got companies he owns. He has a whole fitness program.
And I'm sure he invests. I hope he invests pretty wisely as well. And I know a billionaire in real life. He was my dad's best friend till my dad passed away, but I still talk to him like a few times a year. And it's just like, when you think about just how much money that is, it's literally absurd. But Chris Hemsworth is iconic, and the way they did him there was just pretty crazy cool to me. I'm really excited for that. And then the X-Men.
I want more
and
of that.
We'll see what's coming next in these upcoming ones. I can't imagine they're doing the same ones. It just doesn't make that much sense to me.
Well, I don't know why they would.
They should do new stuff, right? They should do new stuff and like, it'd also be kind of a buzzkill. You know what I mean? Like, keep it going. They want to keep it going. Which is the
dangerous part of this marketing. It's like, okay, great, you kind of brought us up, but you kind of have to keep us up too, and not necessarily for the full year, but okay, then we're gonna dip back down into, we got those trailers. That's all good and well, but then what's next? And I really do hope the Super Bowl teaser trailer that we're hearing all about, let's say it's 90 seconds long, random number I just picked. I hope that it is literally 100 seconds of doom. Like, I hope the whole thing is just doom. You know, I don't want, especially since we're getting these little teasers. Like, I don't need to see him interact with anybody. I just want to see him wrecking crap up and doing a monologue over the top of him just destroying things. Like, that would be incredible. And if they give us a little tease of him in the Kang conference hall, just destroying Kangs while he monologues over the top, and like, I just want to hear and see Doom as much as possible at this point. I don't even need to see him interact with anybody else.
Can you imagine if the opening for the trailer
was just him destroying all the Kangs?
is like, I can imagine like a monologue that's taken from something Tony Stark said, and then it switches to something Doom is saying, and then it says something along the lines of like, I took care of the one threat of the one guy who thought he was a god or something like that. And it shows him destroying the kings. And he's like, but I found that the rest of the threats are like these heroes or something. You know what I mean? And that's why he's going after.
Maybe
Captain
if I have
America
a little extra
like that.
Maybe if I have a little extra free time, I'll try to make a mock teaser of what I would like it to be. Because I think, I'm sitting here kind of writing it in my head. I think I could create it, especially if I get like a good AI voice for Robert Downey Jr., which there probably is one. But in my head, it would be amazing if it starts off just panning through different universes and rubble with him talking over it.
Yeah.
And then it goes to dark. He says something like, but now I'm Doom, or now it's Doom. And then it just switches to like loud screaming and him just lasering through the cans. And then that's the whole teaser.
Right. Well, I was actually thinking, what if it is literally just about, what if they just tell us his backstory?
That would be amazing.
What if they were
100% love that.
Right. In another world, in my world, I wasn't like, maybe he's talking to the Avengers and the X-Men or something like that. And maybe he's like, in my world, I didn't have the luxury of dying when I snapped. I survived and it disfigured me and the suit hole, it's something like that. They whatever his origin is, they tell us like, and I lost my wife, I lost my son, blah, 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 blah. And then I realized what the problem is, it was you all. And then it's like, shows him destroying things. Or like it's heroes in all the universes, because there's also like reports that he's going to be like acting good in the beginning. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, like, do they show all the destruction that's going on in the multiverse and then act like Doom really is there to save it? And Doomsday is just a countdown until everything is doomed to be destroyed? Or do they just go full on Robert Downey Jr.'s here as the villain and he's going to mess up your crap? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways they could do it. There's so many ways that would work. But it's, it just has to be like, it has to be like the X-Men one we've seen. It's got to be like a combo of the X-Men one and the Thor one, obviously times 20 because it needs to be longer and stuff. Yeah. But needs to be a freaking, times 20. I guess they're a minute long each, so maybe not that long. The scale of it just needs to be huge.
I think realistically when that does come, it's going to be, these little teaser trailers, as exciting as they have been, they've not really done a whole lot as far as information goes.
Yeah, which is what.
But they have all broken records for views on different platforms. Crazy views. So wait until we actually get some real Doomsday information and a Doom trailer. It's going to be insane. But
and that's why I do believe they're just waiting for the Super Bowl. They're definitely not going to have any. I don't think so. At least it would be stupid, in my opinion, to have any scenario where they release the trailer like in theaters or somewhere where it can get leaked before they put it out online. They got to do it at the same time.
I completely agree, and I think the Super Bowl historically for Marvel is a great place for them to do it. Yeah. Result wise, it's always a good place. People will see.
Exactly.
They'll do a 30-second spot on the Super Bowl, and then it'll say full trailer online now, and then there'll be something like that. Long. Yeah,
I actually think they show the full thing because sometimes they do show the full thing, but sometimes they'll catch the full trailer. I think for like the Disney Plus stuff, they did like catch the full trailer online or something.
Well, from that point, because we were talking about alternate universes, we were talking about Doom's perspective. I do want to bring up a comment from somebody in the last video at Bloody Knuckles. He had a longer name, but I'm just taking the Bloody Knuckles part of it. He also left a long comment about he likes some of the segments. He really enjoys the podcast. But there's a specific question that he mentioned that I wanted to pose to you because I thought it was a good little on the spot. How would it have been? And he said, I would have liked I like what if segments.
Okay.
What if the other half got snapped?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I thought it was a really, really good on the spot question. Like, okay, let's say the reverse of people were snapped. How would that have? Obviously, we can't write an entire movie to it, but like a couple quick scenarios. So you lost Captain America, you lost Iron Man, you've lost Hulk.
Right.
Let's say the other half got snapped. What's the plan? Because you've got, I'm trying to think off the top of my head now. Spider-Man.
Here we go. I have
who got snapped?
You have Spider-Man, Black Panther, the Winter Soldier, Groot, Sam Wilson. Here's two really big ones in my opinion. The Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange.
Big ones.
Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Nick Fury, Maria Hill, Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne, and Hope Van Dyne. I mean, the Scarlet Witch surviving with Doctor Strange surviving as well.
I would argue you keep Ant-Man because he was in the quantum realm, which is why he didn't get snapped.
You would keep Ant-Man.
So that would still play out that he would show up and be like, hey guys, I'm here. But I think Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and Scarlet Witch are going to be really
but here's important. Yeah, I feel like did Shuri get snapped?
I don't. Yes, I'm gonna say she did because I don't recall.
She got snapped. Okay,
so that's important too because she's gonna be
she's major with the tech and everything like that.
I think they can do it.
So you
I
have
think that group
Black
can do
Panther. It. Black Panther has access to the tech. I'm not sure if he's as smart as Shuri or.
But we have Shuri, no?
No, she got. Oh wait, she got snapped.
Yeah, so we would have her.
Oh yeah, that's big. Yeah. Okay, so Shuri,
we have Shuri and Doctor
Strange and Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch, they could probably figure out.
I think they could figure it out. It would be a different way. Where Iron Man kind of went through the whole techie way. I feel like Doctor Strange and Wanda would find some weird.
It would almost be like a Doom thing. It would be like magic combined with tech.
Yeah. But I wonder what the results of that. So the thing is, anytime you start messing around with magic, and we saw this in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, anytime you start messing around with magic and manipulating time and dimensions, there's always some type of negative repercussion. So let's say they go through the entire process and they've done it. I wonder what the negative repercussion of all the sorcery would be.
Here's here's a really interesting point to bring up. Strange saw all the scenarios. He probably knows exactly what to do. Strange would, in theory, know exactly what he needs to do.
Also
now,
true.
whether or not he can tell everybody, because it's that classic thing, like, if I tell you, it won't happen. But in this case, it's like, it hasn't happened yet.
Right. Well, so the scenarios he would have seen would have been different as well, because different people were snapped. So
I guess so.
It would have played out differently.
True. Yeah, that's true. But he would have still seen it, and then he would have survived.
He would have seen those
and
scenarios.
Would have known. Yeah. Right. Well, but he saw a scenario of how to win.
Right.
So he would know how to do that right away.
Yeah, just with these different people.
Honestly,
it would, but I would love to see that movie. That would be so interesting. That would be so interesting.
That would be I would actually watch that. What if?
Yeah, the mirrored Avengers Endgame. That would be so interesting because the people that you're left with. The people that you're left with could do it. 100% believe that. Ant-Man shows up. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, arguably they wouldn't even go the Ant-Man route because between Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch and then some Shuri magic combined technology, like they'd find a different way to do it, which is kind of crazy to think there is another way to do it with different people.
Maybe it could have been better. Who knows? Because Strange could go back in time and he himself could talk to the Ancient One. I mean.
Yeah, they wouldn't have had to send Hulk.
Right.
They could have sent somebody else.
But then we don't get Captain America returning.
No, you don't get any.
Because he doesn't go back in time. Because,
it would be a really, really interesting what if series, though, if they were to do what if the others were snapped.
Right, yeah.
I thought that was a comment that deserved a little attention. I
appreciate that.
Thank you, Bloody Knuckles. And thank you for watching. If you watched today, definitely comment down below. Way to be involved. And anybody else, we always try to involve the community. Join Discord, subscribe.
Please.
All those good things. Warren.
Oh, that's me.
Cinemark is bringing back the viral Bring Your Own Bucket.
Yeah.
January 18th and 19th. Yeah. $5. You bring your own bucket. They fill it. I think it's up to like 400 ounces. But you could bring one of those big Yeti coolers.
I've already thought about it.
You've got plans? What are you bringing?
I would bring like a big trash can.
Yeah, just a trash bag, right?
So, like the big round ones, you know what I mean? Like the kind of like the industrial ones that they use on
just lean
like
forward
construction sites and stuff. Or, like a big, big like just like it's it'd be like this big, this tall.
At that point, you need your own butter
in front of you. The butter alone is gonna be like, I mean, realistically though, like what would you bring that you could kind of carry and hold in the theaters is a whole different subject. A Yeti cooler might be all right. It might not be that heavy. They're pretty heavy though.
Yeah.
I will say the Galactus bucket.
It's pretty big already.
It fit a lot of popcorn.
And you don't have to pay for it because you already have it.
Two things. It probably fit 2 large popcorns.
Yeah.
And it's it's probably like it's this tall, it's this big. It's sitting over here off camera, but Yeah, I mean, you could get some pretty
there's some creative ways to do to get a ton of popcorn.
People
I
do
think
get
that's a fun
creative,
event.
which
I
is
think
pretty
that's a
cool.
fun event though. And
like I think I saw somebody bring like a desk that has,
like the drawers, like a file cabinet.
Drawer,
I did see that.
the file cabinet. So like you got the really big one on the bottom and like a medium one, and then the smaller one on the top, and they fill all the drawers. Like,
maybe just a suitcase.
I'd like to know
just
what you guys think.
A travel suitcase.
That too.
Just load it up.
Oh yeah.
You can wheel it in and everything.
Line it with something.
Line it with something for sure, or just go buy a cheap one. But there's like a lot of fun ways.
Like a backpack or something like that.
January 18th and 19th at all Cinemarks, they are doing the Bring Your Own Bucket, guys. Let us know what bucket you're bringing and what candy you're pairing with. Mine is cookie dough bites. Hardcore.
Reese's for me. All right. I do want to talk about this because it's big. According to Deadline, Netflix reportedly plans to keep Warner Brothers movies in theaters for 17 days once they acquire the studio.
That's such a specific number.
Yeah, a little over 2 weeks. But we're already hearing that like SAG-AFTRA, they're going to protest that. They're going to go on strike again.
Well, let me pose you this question before you get more into it. Is that enough? Because I'll say, I think that's enough days. Personally. Like, realistically, you want to see this movie in the theaters?
Every comment I'm seeing is, boo,
really?
Rip movie industry, hell no. What happens after 17 days?
It goes on the streamer.
Boycott Netflix.
Wow, okay.
I'm canceling my subscription. No. Listen to the actual fans, not your revenue streams. Game over, man. This is ridiculous. This will destroy thousands of small theaters nationwide. And on that note, I hate to say this because I'm a huge movie theater fan. I think those theaters are destined to eventually go out of business, probably within the next. I think in 10 years, sadly, there's going to be like one or two massive theater chains.
Yeah, you're going to have AMC and like Cinemark.
I sadly, I don't want it to be that way. That's just how I see it going. Sadly. And this is just going to be another nail in the coffin for that. Hey, everybody was saying, please don't sell to Paramount. Please don't. And we knew this was going to happen. Netflix does one thing. You know what I mean? Like,
they are a streamer, like through and through. That's all they are.
Right. Paramount's a full studio at least.
See, that's weird though, because I do have a different mentality on that, which is I haven't actually seen this article that you're reading at all, so I haven't read any comments or anything. My initial reaction was, that's fine. Like, if I'm desperate to go see Superman 2 in theaters and I know I got a 17-day window, then I'm going to go and see it. Like, I don't have 1 day and 17 days to go and see a movie. Like, that's just not me prioritizing my time right. So I don't understand, like, the people that would want to see it, instead of having a 3-month period to go, just go and see it. And then you can watch it even sooner on streamers. And I wasn't initially like, oh, this is a terrible idea. And it doesn't matter if you're a small theater or a big theater, whatever theater I was going to go watch it at, I'll just go watch it in that 17-day window. So maybe I'm missing something.
I think it has more to do with the change of an industry as a whole and how it would affect movie theaters. Because having a movie in theaters for 3 months, people go see that movie at multiple showings a day.
That's fair.
2 months after it's released, and that's revenue to the theaters, right? And revenue, and that brings them in, and they buy drinks and all that stuff, right? It's big revenue for the theaters, right? Because it's not like, you're selling one theater at one location is selling an extra 30 tickets per day or something. It's the ticket and the popcorn and the soda, and everything like that. I think that is the biggest deal, is this will ultimately lead to some theaters going out of business. I think it will. But here's the thing. It hasn't been approved yet. It has to be approved. And like when Disney bought Fox and everything, they had to sell off parts of the company. Netflix doesn't really have a lot to sell anything, right?
Yeah, Disney can sell anything.
Right. So, it might be denied by the DOJ, right? Like, they might say, no, you can't do this. And I think Trump said something, right? I don't remember, but I know he wanted Paramount, the Ellisons, to get it. But he also said he met with the owner of Netflix, and yeah, he basically posed the same thing. They're like, we're going to see because it's a very big deal and we'll have to see if it can actually go through. So it might not go through. And now after hearing SAG-AFTRA might strike, I don't know. I don't know if they'll reconsider. It sounds like
everybody's
Netflix
up
really
in arms,
wants more.
You would like to think that they would hear.
But
Netflix isn't the most amenable, but
when you're these two big companies and it's a lot of money, and both seem pretty determined to do the deal with each other, right? Because Paramount offered them more and they said no. So if you're these big companies and you have a lot of money like they have, you could just say screw it.
Well, I mean,
you're gonna adjust to it.
Yeah,
you're gonna adjust to it. Well, no, they could still go through and just be like, no, this is the new norm. Get used to it. They could very well do that.
So I'm also coming from the position that I just watched a Netflix original, a Netflix production at the theaters for the first time, and I was like, well, I finally watched that too.
The other day.
Oh, did you watch it on TV or at the theater?
Dead Man? No, you're talking about
is
Dead
it on
Man?
the stream? Yeah, the Knives Out 3. Yeah.
Yeah, the Knives Out one. No, it's on Netflix. Man. I watched it on Netflix.
Okay, so I went and watched it at the theater the week it came out, and it was in theaters for 2 weeks at select theaters. It wasn't even at all theaters. I had to drive a city or two over to go watch it. But I wanted to see it in theaters because I really like those movies. Wanted to support it. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like I probably would have been happy to watch it at home, but it was nice to have the opportunity to watch it in the theater. So we are in such an awkward limbo right now where streamers are still kind of dominating, and even cable TV versus streamers, or
they are.
It's all been such a weird transition, and it hasn't had a clean change because cable's still trying to do its thing. Big box office movies are still trying to do their thing, and then there's these streamers, tons of them, all sitting there like, hello, and they haven't really found their footing as to how they're going to continue to dominate. They're just dominating, but don't really know how or why, or it's just like, it's a really weird place we're in right now.
Yeah, it will be, if this does go through, I think it will be a giant shift for the industry as a whole, but we'll have to wait and see what happens on that.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts about it. Where do you stand?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely movies that I would say I would have seen in the theaters, but I just waited because, I mean, back when I was in my teenage years, the movie would be in theaters. If you didn't go, it would come to, I don't know, even because my dad paid for everything, but like HBO Prime or whatever, I don't know what it's called. And you would pay for it, showing time, or you would pay to rent it.
Showtime, just HBO.
And it was like $6 to rent a movie, and then the family could sit down and watch the movie for $6. We did that. That doesn't even happen anymore. Now it's, it's going to be on this streamer. If you own it, you can watch it.
Well, then that's also the other big thing about this. It's just like, okay, you got to wait just a little over 2 weeks to see it. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm probably waiting for
$100 for tickets for my family of 4 or whatever, and then popcorn and everything.
Yeah, another $80 depending on what everybody.
So yeah, right. So instead of paying $200 for my family of 4 to go see it, we'll wait and watch it in the comfort of our own home on our couch in our bed with all the treats we want, that we bought for a fraction of the cost because the theaters upmark everything. Or you know what I mean? That's the whole thing, right? And to your point, there's going to be a lot of people who probably like that. Yeah, but I like to, and speaking of how much I need to make more money, if you have a giant, awesome home theater in your house, maybe you're like, heck yeah, I only got to wait like 2 weeks for the stuff to come. I'm watching everything on my house now, sure. Easy. But I think for the average person who doesn't have that, I prefer to watch it in the theater. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Let us know your thoughts, guys and gals. Let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Warren, are you ready? Got a new game for you.
Oh, no.
You love my games. You love my games.
No.
This one's Find the Link. Okay, so I'm going to give you the name of a character. They're all superheroes.
Okay.
And I need you to tell me what links them together. Every time I add a character, you get a guess.
Okay.
Simple?
Sure.
So what is the thing that makes all these characters I'm about to list off for you?
I got you.
What is it that I'm saying? Deadpool.
Okay.
Guess. You have one character.
Regeneration.
Iron Man. Deadpool and Iron Man.
Red.
That was it. You just absolutely ruined my game.
You would have said
Deadpool,
Wolverine
Iron
next.
Man, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, The Flash, Robin, Shazam, Shang-Chi, Red Hulk, Ant-Man, Shazam, and Shazam twice, and Carnage. But you just destroyed my game. So I'll come up with a better game next time then.
My bad. Well, I have one for you.
Okay.
I kind of prepped you for it, but I'm changing it. I don't want this to be a negative segment because I really hate going negative. Sorry, that just reminded me of the Stranger Things finale. I
don't want to go negative.
I'm never gonna lie, but I don't have to dig into things like I've been talking about Avatar. Like I'm just not talking about it anymore. But okay, kind of like a controversial take. I want to know what's a character in movie or show or whatever history, but like, cinema and shows and stuff like that everybody loves that you don't understand why, because you don't.
Okay. I understand why you changed this prompt, and maybe it's just to keep me alive. But I know which one I'm saying.
Me too. I'll go first. Michael Scott and The Office in general. I don't get it. I've said it before. It's online. I'm online saying this already. Right? So if I pop up, whatever. I don't care. I don't get the hype for The Office.
Here's a little backstory for everybody. I've seen The Office 25 times.
Chris loves The Office. I struggled to watch it one time. I've only watched the whole thing one time. I have set out to watch it 5 times and failed to get past the first 2 seasons 5 times.
That's so good.
I've only fully been able to get through it.
So as somebody who's watched a lot of TV shows, what is it that turns you off to The Office?
I don't know, because I love Parks and Rec.
Exactly, and that's the same people.
Yes, but the amount of idiocracy, I think, in The Office is not as much.
That's fair.
In Parks and Rec. Everyone is actually very smart in Parks and Rec, right? Even the people who pretend like they're not. Like, I guess you could argue Jerry's not that smart, but he becomes mayor and does all this other stuff, right? But to me, I'm like, this guy would never be in charge of these people. And if you were a person working for this guy, you would never accept the fact that this is your boss. You would go to HR, you would film it, you would do all this stuff. The premise is too wild for me. And I know it sounds weird because I'm like the superhero guy where like superheroes are real and stuff like that. I understand it. I understand it. This is a real show though, like a real life show based in reality. They work at a paper company. And sure, they show parts where I think like he goes out and sells with Jim. Or no, it's Dwight and Jim, I think. See, like I've only seen it once. I don't remember everything, but I just remember it was really hard for me to get through it. And I legitimately, every time I would start it to try to get through it, it would be hard for me to get through.
There is a deleted scene that is on the supercut episodes because Peacock, where The Office currently is, did a really, really smart thing where every 6 months they release a new season with all the deleted scenes in the episode, and they're like 40-minute long episodes.
Cool.
There is a scene somewhere, season 4 or 5, I don't recall it, where everybody's giving Michael a really hard time because he's dumb and he's stupid, and they call him that to his face frequently. And he then turns around.
But he's the boss!
But he turns around and he goes off, and I won't be able to do it much justice, but he goes off about all of the things that he's stupid about. And he's like, yeah, go ahead, complain about me. They'll get rid of me and they'll put somebody else in here. Who knows we don't need 3 accountants? Who knows that office romances aren't okay? Who knows? And he like lists all the things that are going off in the office.
That's fair. Yeah.
He lists all the things that are happening in the office that wouldn't happen if Michael wasn't there, which is like everything that goes on in the show, like Pam and Jim and the 3 accountants and all the other things. That knows that you take, extra lunch breaks because you want to. And he literally lists all of the ignorant things that happen because Michael's stupid. Like in a list, in a speech. Yeah. And he's just like, so yeah, go on. See how much you like it when I'm not here anymore, protecting you people, all the things that you care about, making us a family.
I can get a little bit more behind it now because
that was kind of cool. And I was I did like that.
I could certainly buy into the premise of him actually being smart and playing like
just
a
enjoying his
dopey
little life.
Yeah, like I could totally think like he's really not as dumb as he lets on, and he does things because he's a quirky guy and, he's maybe socially just weird. But I'm not hating on the show. Like, I don't hate it. I just don't understand.
Don't enjoy it.
How it's so beloved. Like, but I like a lot of things that people would find really weird too, right? Zero judgment for me. It's just one of those things where everyone's been like, The Office is the greatest show ever. And I'm just like, why do you think so? Like, I don't get it.
Well, there are a lot of, again, a little backstory about Warren and I specifically. This is a weird weird trait both of us have. A lot of people do it, but we like always are cycling a TV show. We have like 6 or 7 series that one of them's always playing. Like when we're working or when we're sleeping or doing chores in the house, like it's always on. I don't necessarily watch it.
I go to sleep to something every single night.
Exactly true. And I do the same thing. And sometimes we're synced up on the same show. Like we were both watching How I Met Your Mother at the same time. How I Met Your
Mother, right? Yeah. For the 7th
So The Office would be something that Warren technically would be like into, because that's something it's super binge worthy, easy to have in the background. But it is interesting, and it's been since I've known Warren that he hasn't this isn't new information, like he said.
And I love Parks and Rec.
When Warren originally posed this question, because we were prepping a little bit for this, and sometimes we bounce ideas back and forth, and he was like,
I was like, hey, what do you think about this for a segment?
And it was going to be characters you hate. That was kind of how he worded it originally. And he's like, you know what? I don't want to be that negative. That's fine. And we were playing a video game, I think, and we stopped playing because my initial immediate response off the cuff was Goku.
And I was like, what?
And we stopped playing the game.
I grew up on Dragon Ball Z.
And I'm Warren, we're not recording. Stop.
I literally said, don't tell me anything. Save it. I don't want to know. So I don't know why he doesn't like him, but I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z.
I grew up watching the original Pokemon, original Yu-Gi-Oh!, Samurai Jack. So I'm not uncultured.
Pokemon was out as Dragon Ball Z was out.
Right. So I'm not uncultured and I didn't watch this stuff. I also watched Dragon Ball Z. I don't know why over the years I've just learned to dislike the character so much. He's way overpowered. And then the entire premise for Dragon Ball Z makes no sense to me. Okay, they're running around to collect the 7 magic balls because they get a wish when they get the 7 magic balls. While they're going to get the 7 magic balls, somebody dies. They finally get the 7 magic balls together, and they wish for the person who died while they were getting the magic 7 balls together to come back to life, and they just do that for 20 seasons. What are we doing?
Sure, that happens, but that is not the premise of Dragon Ball Z. Oh my god. Oh, that's not the premise of Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu. I mean,
we get the 7 balls. We vote for somebody who died while we were getting the 7 balls to come back to life.
Or that's not. I thought you were going a different direction with that for Goku. I thought you were going to be but it's what people always say, Goku's better than Superman because he's like, hey, we'll fight, but let's fight away from Earth in the cities so we don't kill people and destroy people. That is not the premise of Dragon Ball Z. Granted, sure, that happens, right? Yeah, it's just but even in the Cell saga, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but I believe they make Android, Krillin's girlfriend, Android, become a human. And it's okay, that's cool. Because she was an android and Krillin fell in love with her, blah, 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 blah. But nah, dude, I mean, Goku's a hot take. Michael Scott's a hot take. Goku's a hot take. You just said you hate The Office. Watching. Sure, sometimes Goku's overpowered, but I mean, when he
that
fights
is a part
Cell,
of it as well.
He literally dies.
If
and
you're
it's up to Gohan to
kill him. I want 2 people to fight. What are the greatest characters in all time in history? And somebody's I'll have Omni-Man, and then somebody's oh, Goku, I want Goku. Everybody's I want Goku. It's I don't know. I just think I get it.
Well, because over years we've got Super Saiyan 2, Ascended, all this stuff, and it's just, but I mean, Vegeta was always my favorite character.
Oh, really?
I always loved Vegeta. Oh, yeah, I love Vegeta, man.
I definitely.
And he gets with Bulma, who all the kids who watch this had a crush on Bulma, I'm sure.
Returning to my adolescence, because I was younger when that golden era of, I'll call it anime. I know it's not as intense anime. It's more Americanized anime, but Samurai Jack, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Samurai Jack,
Pokemon. Those were, I loved that stuff. I was deep into that stuff. I watched it all the time.
Yeah.
I couldn't ever really
Digimon.
I couldn't get Digimon. I really couldn't get into the Dragon Ball saga. I thought it was a lot of yelling, and then next time on Dragon Ball Z, we're gonna accomplish nothing.
On Dragon Ball Z, they do talk for oh my gosh, watching as a kid watching
punch him already
the Frieza saga, Dragon Ball Z. I was just oh my gosh, dude, it's crazy, and you fool, this isn't even my final form. It's like, what?
It's like, we've been doing this
or like
for 4 episodes.
Goku wants to like make the spirit bomb. It's like goes on for so long. It's but that's not a Goku thing.
Well, I just picked
a lot of stories
Goku.
revolve around Goku.
I went with Goku. That was my. It was genuinely, we were sitting there playing games, and you were like, we're gonna try to do a segment like this, and that was the first thing that popped in my head, and I had to be true to myself. You know what? So I
went Michael Scott, and I know I always get crap for it. Bring it on. I get that I'm weird in this situation. I understand it.
Here's what I know.
And Chris has to understand that he's weird in this
Our audience is going to agree with you a lot more than they're going to agree with me.
I don't know. I have no idea. For like, people love The Office, man. They do.
Well, I'm curious.
It's crazy.
Who had the hotter take? Because these were both genuine. These were genuine things. Like, I've known Warren for going on 8 years. He's never liked Michael Scott ever. Like, this
I used to get mad at it. I used to get mad watching the show. I used to legitimately get mad watching the show because I'm like, this is crazy to me. And like, I've seen some far-fetched shows, man. But it's just Anyways,
who had the hotter take? Let us know in the comment section down below.
Yeah. Did you have one last segment?
Oh no, that was you ripped through my game so quick.
Right.
I had a game, Warren.
My bad.
Warren said red. I went, oh damn. I didn't think you'd pick up on that quick.
I didn't think Deadpool red. I meant red.
What if I just said Deadpool and you went
They're
red?
both
then I would just been like, no, we're deleting that. You could have said Marvel. You could have said funny. You could have
I said it right away. It's actually
That's so good.
So, well, maybe the next time we do it,
you never know. Maybe I'll make it a little harder.
And y'all can put some connection thing for us, and we can try to guess it on the next podcast.
That's true.
If you made it this far, thank you.
List 10
appreciate
characters.
Yeah, list 5, 10 characters however many you want, and try to get us to guess how they're all
link.
connected.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
The link. Okay, linked maybe is what we can call it.
Guys, we have a goal: 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2026.
See, I'm the one who said that goal, and you reacted like, oh, that's a hefty goal. I was like, we got this. And now that you say it, I'm like, oh, that's a hefty goal.
It is a hefty goal. I was like, let's freaking do it.
But we do want to start, clipping things and posting them as videos and posting shorts and posting on TikTok, stuff like that, and Instagram. We haven't really done much of that. Man, we've been having so much fun doing it, and we're so happy with all of you showing up to support it. Like, we were actually... We always talk about our podcast, like, because we play games and stuff online with each other a lot. And we're like, wow, like, hey, people are love that people are liking the podcast. And like, we're getting great comments. And we really do appreciate all of you. And this is what I would call, even if we fail, we'll fail forward. Right. Mm-hmm. What do they say? Shoot for the stars, you'll hit the moon or something like that.
Yeah, even if you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land upon the stars.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So same thing. Like, even if we end the year with 10,000, wait, no, we're almost at 10,000. Even if that, even if we only go a couple thousand subscribers, we will be happy and welcome those extra subscribers and continuously try to support our current ones. So thank you to everybody, whether you're longtime subscriber, new subscriber, or about to subscribe. Hit it right now. Smash subscribe.
Do it for Goku.
And we'll catch you in the next one. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. This one. Episode 16 next week.
Happy New Year.
Peace.